Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoTrain.io. Today I'm going to show you how to add your MACD to your trading chart and give you a little bit of pro tips on how to use it where you can start implementing it into your trading style today. If you like this type of content, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up for me. If you want to learn how to use it deeper or you need help to trade, you need to help how to set up certain indicators, how to maximize your trading capabilities, go ahead and join Discord. It's absolutely free. The link's in the description box below. All right, so the first thing you want to do is that you want to, this is a brand new chart. There's nothing on there other than the candlesticks and the volume. You want to go to where right here where it says indicators, and all you have to do is type in MACD. It'll pull up for you. And where it says moving average conversion divergence. This is where you want to just click it one time and it automatically adds to your chart. Okay, so we're going to stay on the day chart because it's easier for us to read, and I will show you. Let's look at the settings first. These are the traditional settings, though we do have a custom MACD that if you are in the Discord and you are a member of ours, you get the custom MACD, which I do believe is a lot better than the regular MACD. But for this purposes, this is the settings. They work just fine, so you don't need to change them from the original MACD. So the first thing that you want to do is know that the MACD is a trend indicator. So it's going to tell you if the trend is strong, weak, when a potential reversal is going to happen. There's no moving average on here because you do want to implement a moving average, but for this video and this training, it's not needed. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to look at your lines down here, and if you go, you can see that the MACD is the blue line, and your signal line is going to be the orange line. You can change those colors if you want. It's not that big of a deal. But what you really want to do is that you want to first identify where the MACD line and the signal line is. If it's below the below the zero line, which is right here, you can see right there. Let me change this so we can see it better. You can see that there's a line right here. This line right here is going to be your zero line. So you want to know if it's below it or above it, because if it's below it and you're early, you want to get into the trade short. If you're late into this trend, then you want to wait for a reversal. That's where you're going to want to have your patience. And while you're waiting, you should be learning the indicators on how they work, how to implement it, how they complement each other. And that's what we do in our Discord. So right here, you can see, for example, right here, we see a massive push up, and now right here. So what we want to look for, is, let me get this. What we want to look for as we're late into the trend is we want to see if there's a potential reversal. So all this right here, this little several days worth of action right here, what we want to do is, since we're going sideways, you want to look at your MACD. Where is it at right now? We can see that the histogram is starting to lose volatility and it's starting to head down. We can see that we have a crossover. And a lot of people will say that if it crosses over, that's where you want to go short at. And that is absolutely not true, because if you went short right here, look what happened. It pumped up on you and you got stuck. So you always want to wait for it to cross over, and we want to have that retest. That retest is going to help you in your trading style, or in your trading setup. And what happens is that you can see that here is where you have your crossover right here, and then it pumped up. Well, you can see the price action is heading up, but your MACD is heading down. This is called a divergence. This is actually a regular divergence, not a hidden divergence. And these are the very easiest trade setups that you can possibly get into. We can see that the price action is heading up, and now we broke above it, and look, it did not stay there because that gave us a divergence. Your indicators will always be leading. So what happened is that when the price action pushed up, people that actually understand how to trade the divergence got into this trade probably right there at this close of this day because it pushed down. or they probably got in the very next day at the closing price, and you can just ride this all the way down. But this is the easiest trade setup that you can possibly get on the day chart, is a divergence. Divergences work beautifully. They're very reliable, and you have really quick stop losses, and you can maximize your profits doing just trading divergences. Another trick that I want to show you is you can use, let me hide the MACD line, and let me hide the MACD line. Let me hide the MACD line and the signal line, and now we have just the histogram. Another tool that you could use is that you can see right here, you can, well, you really want to have a deeper one right here. You can see right there. You can even use this one if you choose to, but right here you can see that that we have two nice size histograms pushing up. So what you could use this is as a trend line, if you will, and when it breaks above it, you know that you're going to be strong in there. You really want to have two of them. You don't want to have three, because then it's just going to be volatile. So use the first two. The reason you wouldn't use this one, because this one's pretty massive. You could use this one and this one if you would choose to, but you'll get in a little bit late. Here is a good one. Right here is a good one. You can see that we push down. If you draw a line there, you can see that you can see when it broke above it. Right here, you got in super early to the trend, and it just went up on you. It can also work. In the finding the bullish ones, or the bearish ones. Sorry. You can see right here we broke down below it, probably right there. Let me mark it so we have the exact location. Here is where it broke down at, and look what happened. You got into this trend right there, and that's great. You could also move it if you wanted to, since it came down there. Now you're using just this point and this point, and here is your breakdown. Again, here's your breakdown. You would have got stuck into it a little bit, but again, your indicators are telling you that we're heading down. So if you did get into this one, you probably got stopped out right away. But in the long run, you can see that it works. So these are just two little simple things that you could do with the MACD. There's a couple other tricks that we teach inside the Discord. If you would like to learn them, go ahead and join the Discord, and just introduce yourself, and we'll get you caught up to speed with how to use the MACD fully.